Another eventful summer at Barcelona heads towards its conclusion. Another new season is just around the corner, marked by the annual event that is the Joan Gamper trophy. This is classed by the Catalans as their first official game of any new campaign, named after and played in memory of its founding father and former president. This is the 57th edition, and only the second to feature Mexican opposition as Pumas make the trip across the Atlantic, breaking off from their domestic season, where Liga MX's Apertura is 6 games in, to feature in this famous friendly on a global stage. Barcelona have won the last 9 editions. Another victory today would equal their longest winning sequence in the history of the event. Not since 2012, when a 1-0 defeat against Sampdoria have they been beaten in this traditional curtain raiser, winning 44 of the previous 56 since it was first contested. More importantly, perhaps, for those that have packed out the Camp Nou, it is a chance to cast their eye over the current crop. Plenty of activity over the summer and more expected before the transfer window closes at the end of the month, but this is how Barcelona are shaping up ahead of the new season. Familiar names in the starting lineup, just 2 of the new signings start: Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha, lining up alongside Ousmane Dembele, who has signed a new contract to stay over the course of the summer. Teenagers Gavi and Pedri provide the support for the captain, Sergio Busquets, who address the crowd from the pitch ahead of kickoff, as is tradition ahead of this fixture. Jose Sanchez Martinez is our referee. Busquets beginning a 15th season, over 600 appearances for the Blaugrana. Ferreira of Argentina is the captain of Pumas. This is how they line up, and it is a first-choice team that they have brought. In fact, they arrived in Barcelona on Tuesday, and they've made just the 1 change from their last league game. That was a 1-1 draw against Monterrey a week ago. It's at left-back, with the experienced Adrian Aldrete comes in place of Jeronimo Rodriguez. Watch for Juan Dineno up front. He was the Golden Boot winner in the CONCACAF Champions League, scoring 9 times in 8 games in that competition, in which they finished runners-up to the Seattle Sounders. Notable name, of course, in their lineup, that of Dani Alves. Particularly poignant fixture for him, up against a former coach and teammate, Xavi Hernandez, having only departed Barcelona at the end of last season following a short second spell. So much attention off the field and in the transfer market over the summer. Barcelona relieved to be back in action in front of their own fans here. In fact, it's the first time since 2019 that they've had supporters in at Camp Nou for this Joan Gamper trophy. It was played behind closed doors because of the pandemic in 2020, and in front of a restricted capacity at the Estadi Johan Cruyff against Juventus a year ago. Only the second opposition from Mexico since Club Leon were beaten in 2014. It will be they that will get the action underway here in their white colours. One final pre-match formality. There have been plenty of them in the countdown to kick-off. Opportunities here. Lewandowski is in already. He's around the goalkeeper, and he tries to squeeze it in and manages it magnificently. It's taken less than 3 minutes for his first appearance at Camp Nou for Robert Lewandowski to come up with a wonderful goal. The new number 9 introduces himself to the Barcelona supporters. in a fashion that they and he will not forget. Over 600 goals he scored in his senior career, and he has one at Camp Nou in the Barcelona shirt already. Wonderful composure here. It looked as if he was going to pull it back and try and pick out a teammate, but somehow, improbably, despite the acutest of angles, he has managed to thread it through and in. That did not take long to announce his arrival. It happened here formally on Friday, with over 50,000 fans inside Camp Nou, just to see him out on. And he's underway, and so are Barcelona, and here he is again, this time turning provider, maybe, because it is 2 already. Wonderfully worked. Pedri on the end of that one. 4 minutes played, 2-0 Barcelona. Astonishing stuff. A goal and an assist for Lewandowski already. And Pedri follows him onto the score sheet. And his first goal of pre-season. Wonderful awareness again from Lewandowski to disguise the pass. Pedri kept his composure, kept his feet to find the finish. Just nicked it away from Julio Gonzalez. And this is some statement of intent ahead of the new season. After all the speculation of the summer, isn't it, from Barcelona? Since the very early forays forward. There is Barca's new Brazilian. Rafinha picking out Dembele, who thumps in the third already. And this remarkable start continues. 3-0 inside 10 minutes, and Ousmane Dembele has his goal. But he had, in fairness, been threatening. He's their top scorer in pre-season. It's his 5th already, and a 3rd in successive games, having scored against Juventus and the Red Bulls. In fact, he got 2 against the team from Turin in that game played in Dallas. He's very much a man in the mood at the moment. Julio Gonzalez just couldn't get down in time. Rafinha barely even looked when he played the pass. The way that Lewandowski and Rafinha have slotted into this existing a major motivation for his move to Mexico. A lovely little flick again by Lewandowski, and surely it's going to be 4. It is. Pedri picks his spot once more for his 2nd goal of the game. They keep on coming. It's another for the 19-year-old. One of Europe's rapidly rising stars, of whom so much is expected this season. And this is some statement from him as well as his team in the early stages. Another assist from Lewandowski, though, with that delicious back heel into his path. And Pedri was just so cool, wasn't he, in front of goal when the opportunity presented itself. Didn't panic, took his time, found the finish. 4-0. We've not yet reached the midway point of this first half. All the talk of the financial situation at Camp Nou, or Spotify Camp Nou as it is officially called, after the sponsorship deal that was done to bring extra funds into the coffers. There's Piqué. De Jong has Ansu Fati ahead of him and Lewandowski. This is Kessie, and it's turned in by Aubameyang on the line. It's taken just 4 minutes of the second half for Barcelona to score their 5th goal of the game. Patient in the build-up. Aubameyang was perfectly positioned to apply the finishing touch. Lewandowski scored within 3 minutes of the first half. Aubameyang has only been on 4 minutes, and he too has got his name on the score sheet now. Member of the Subachits who provided the service in front Kessie. Was the quickest to react. Again, Lewandowski involved in the build-up. Deserves credit for that ball to Kessie in the first place. And Aubameyang, who did score twice in the first 2 games of pre-season. Stars on show, and another chance here, another goal for Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong strikes in number 6. He's been pulling the strings for much of the second half. A player whose future has dominated the headlines and remains uncertain. But what was certain was the nature in which he took the goal. He's made it pretty clear he would like to stay here. The supporters would love to see him stay, I'm sure. That situation is still to be resolved. The outcome of this game was resolved long ago, but the margin of victory increased further. And on the reflection of the contest as an entirety, you have to say it doesn't flatter the home team. They have more than merited this margin. In fact, it may well have been much more before now. Did well to win it, and then did the rest. New season in style, with a super showing here. 6-0 it's finished against Pumas. 20 putting their hands up and giving Xavi a lot to think about before his opening Liga selection 6 days from now. Frenkie de Jong it was who had the final say in the scoring, having come on at half-time. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a goal after his introduction at the break as well, his coming much earlier in the second period. 2 goals from Pedri in the first half. Lewandowski had opened the scoring in style. Dembele on target as well. And Barcelona win it by 6 goals to 0.